That's 1, 2. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the regular Saturday auction sale on this very warm and beautiful day. As normal, Pete will be selling outside, and we'll be going inside. Pigs, sheep, goats, horses, baby calves, nurse cows, I guess, first, but baby calves, and then we'll go on the light calves and grow to the bigger ones. So we'll get her done. And we have wiener pigs here. They're all gilts, and I am going to sell them so much a piece, and I will. There's a red one if you want the red one. Otherwise, it's gate run. Take as many as you like times the price. You know what? Hang on for a sec. Sorry. Hey, Lincoln. So there's 12. Good catch. Buy 'em? All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. There's 47 pounds. Like I said, take as many as you want. If you want the red one, we'll let you sell. Take the red. All right, 47 pounds here, 120. What, 120, 20, 20, 110, and then 100 on a mill. 100 on a 100 on a 100 on a 75 on a 75 on a 70, 70, 70, 70, 60, 50, 50, 60, 70, $60 now 5, $60 now 5, now 5, now 16, now 5, now 5, now 16, now 5, now 5, now 5, now 5, now 70, 70, 70, 60, now 70, now 70, now 5, now 5, now 75, now $80, now 75, now 80, at $80 bill now 75, 85, now 5, now 5, now 82, now 5, now 7, now 87, now 7, 90, 90, 92, now 92, now 95, and 97, now 97, now $100 bill with 100, 100, 2 and a half, at 102, now at a 101, 102, and 2, and 2, and 2, and 3, and 3, at 103, at 103, at 103, 103, 104, 104, 105, 105, at $105, now 5, and 5, and 5, at $106, now 106, at 15, now say, at $105, now $106, now $6, now $105, now 6, now $105, say, at $105, now $106, at $105, now at $106, now $106, $105, now 106. Does he say yes or say no? Sold 105. 1780. Takes them all. 1780. Now we'll go big. Big. Yeah, 140. 140. Pardon? How are you today? Good. All right, we got some more. These are the male end of them, guys. There's, say, 15 in the ring. 48 pounds, 48. 15, 15, and they're now to be down these ones here now 130, 130, 130, 110, 110, 10, 10. There he is. I'm on 110, 5, 105 at 100. $100 now, $100, 70 now 5, $70 now 5, now 80, 80 now 5, now 5, 85, 85, 90, 90, 85 now 90, 90, 85 now 7 half, now 90, now 90, now 2 and a half, 95, 5, 5, 7 half, 97 half, $95 now 97 half, 7 half, 95, 97 half, $100, 101, 101, 101. At $100 now, 101, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 1, 3, 103, 3, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 2, 1, 3, 3, 4, 1, 4, 104, now 5, 1, 5 at $105, now zing, zing, 6, 106, at $105 now at $106, $105 now at 106, at $106 now $105 now at 106, 7, 107, 108, 108, $807 now at $108, $107 now at 108, 9, $109 number 18 $109 9 10 $110 $110 $109 10 10 10 10 10 sold 109. Doubler Barb, it's your number 224. How many would you like? 3 red ones. Fair enough. 3 red ones. Can we have help from outside, please? Do you want the rest? Okay. Okay, so the buyer number was 224, and then 2636 go to 144. No, 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 no. 141 for 3 red ones, and 144 for the rest. Same price. Okay, you got those. So that's no, you got 3. Pardon? Head count. Change it to 3. Pardon? Don't matter. The weight's gonna change. Don't worry about the weight. It's no, just change your head count. Because you sold it by the head. Change that to 3. Red. 141. No. No. Your code 37 was good. $26.36. $144. Sure. This would be more than that. But 5 times here, butcher hogs. I guess if you won one, you want to butcher a hog, then we'll let you do that, and we'll let you pick. All right, here, 300, 333, $300, number on the $300, number on the 250, 52, 52, 25, and 25, and $200, number on the 2, 2, 2, 2, 200, and $200, number on the 2, would have been the 2, would have been the 2, would have been the 175, and 175, and 75, and 75, and $170, number on 170, and 70, and 70, and 60, $150, 150, 150, 150, 150, 145, 145, $140 a hog, at $140, 140, 140, 140, 40, 40, 135, 35, and $135, number 130, $130, number 120. $20 number, $110 number, $110, $10, $100 a hog, at $100 number, $100 number, $100 number, $100, $100 number, $100 now, 10, 10, 110, $100 now, $110 number, $110 number, $110 number, $100 number, $110, at $100 number, $110 number, $100 number, $110, and then $100 number, $110 number, $100 number, $110, sold 100, 27, 26, 36, 142 new pen. 142 new pen. Should be empty. $26.36, pardon me. Butcher hog. Just go pig. One time a little lighter there. All right, here now, 140. 140. All right, 140 and 30, a $100 now, a $100 now, a $100 now, would have been 80. Now five, $80 now, would have been the five, would have been the five, $80 now, would have been the five, $80 now, would have been the five, would have been the five, would have been $80 now, would have been the five, 85, $90, 85 would have been the 90, 95 would have been 95, and 95 and $90 now would have been the five, 95 barb, $90, 95 and a $100 now, and a $100 now, and a $100, 95 and a $100 bill, 100 now five, the 100 now five, $100 now would have been the five, 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 would have been the $100 now, one five, $100 number 105, 10, 15, 20, $120 number $120 now five, $120 number $120 number 125 at a 120 now five, 120 now five, at $120 now five at a 120 now five, $120 now would have been 30, 130, $130, 125 now 130, 130, 30, 130, five. 135, $130 now would have been the five, would have been the five, would have been the $130 now would have been the five, would have been the five, would have been the five, would have been the five. Now 40. Sold. 135. 2636. Go to number 142. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Test. Test 1 2. 1 2. Yeah, that baby was talking just before. Test 1 2. Test. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. All right, here this one, a female there now, $140, $135, and a $135, and a $125, and a $110, $100, $100 number, $100 number, been $75 number, been $75, $75 would have been $50, $50 number, been $50 number, been $50 number, been $50 number, been $50, 60, 70, 70, 80, 80, 90, $80 number, been the five, would have been the five, would have been $80 number, been the five, $80 number, been the five, would have been the five, would have been the five, would have been $80 number, been the five, would have been $80 number, been the five, sold at $80, 224, 141. 224, $80, 224, 141. Three more, and gonna be 82 pounds. Three more, weighing 82. They're coming. Oh, there's four of them. We call them lambs. They're not pigs. And they're overnight in the yards here. All right, on that four times at 64 pounds on here. 275, 275, 70, 60, 250, 40, 40, 230, 30, 30, 220, 200, 200, 180, 85, 185, 190, 85, 190, 185, 190, 90, 90, 185, 190, 185, 190, 185, 190, 90, 185 with cost. Now 190, 185, 190, number 185, 190, 90, 90, 90, 185, 190, 185, 190, 185, 190. Sold them at $185, and they're off to 303 into number 2, 303, column 2. £44 one time here, same man. Lamb. Do you have the lamb name? Well, yeah, you can go lamb, but if we know what gender they are, you can go ewe lamb or whatever, but just otherwise lamb. Just a lamb on this one. Hey, you're now this one, about on this one, on the wither. Okay, wither lamb on this one here. 44 pounds, 140, 130, 130, 100, now 5, 17 and a half, now 10, 112 and a half, 15, 17 and a half, 120, 20, none, 2 and a half, 120 pound, 127 and a half, 130, 32 and a half, 130 pound, 137 and a half, 140, and 2 and a half, 142 and a half, 145, 145, 147 and a half, 147 and a half, $150 bill, 150, 50, 52 and a half, 152 and a half, 155, 5, 155, 5, 7 and a half, 157 and a half, 160, 60, 60, $160 bill, 162 and a half, 162 and a half, 5, 167 and a half, 167 and a half, 165 and 7 and a half, 165, 167 and a half, 7 and a half, sold them 165, 242, 242, pen number 7, 242 to pen 7. Posted up there what they brought, etc. When we have in the package in the ring, we sell what's in the ring unless I've announced that we will sell gate, run, or choice. How are you today? Good. Hmm? What weight do you have? I would say 11. I don't know. Is there a ring man there, Tabby? Oh. No, there's no 11. 8. 8 times here on good lambs again. 8 times weighing 92. 92 pounds on them there, goes on them there. 310, 310, 310, 310, 300, 300, 260, now 5. 260, now 5, 5, 5, 260, $5, 5, ram lambs here. 260, now 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 260, $5, 5, 262 and a half, 265, 5, 262 and a half, 5, 262 and a half, 65, 262 and a half, 5, 7 half at a 267 half, 70, 70, 72, 72, 70, a 267 half at a bit of 270, 70, 70, 70, 267 half at a bit of 70, down at a bit of 267 half at a bit of 270, 267 half at a bit of 70, Solomon 267, 5303, new pen, okay, pen 4, pen 4. Uh, 4. And then 8 more is the count, if that is right. No, that was last group. Yep. Hey, big group, good guy, lambs here. And there's 14 times here now. The door went bang again here. All right, it's on here now, weighing 119 pounds, 350, $350 down, 50 and 30 and 330 and 20 and $300 number to bid a 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 5 to bid a 5 to bid a 5 to bid a $300 number to bid a 5 to bid a 5 to bid a 10, 15, 315 and 20 and 5, 325 and 33, 30 now 5, 335 and 40, 43, 45, $340 number to bid a 50 and 350 now 5, 5, 355 and 350 and 2.5. A 350 and 2.5, a $350 number to bid a 2.5, a bid a $350 number to bid a 2.5, a 352 and a half. They're sold at $350, 243, $350, 243, pen 8. Okay, there now we got some more good lambs, and there's 3 of them in 69 on the count, if that is right. Three times on the ewe lambs, weighing 70 and 240 and 230 and 200, 180 and 5 and $180 now, 5 and 180 now, 2 and a half and 180, 82 and a half and $180 and 2 and a half, $180 now, and the 2 on the ewe lambs, 82 and a half and 180 now, 2 and a half and 182 and a half and 182 and a half, 2 and a half, 5, 182 and a half and 185 and 5 and 182 and a half and 185 and 187 and a half and 187 and a half and 187 and a half and 190, 190, 90, 90, 187 and a half and $190, 187 and a half and 190, 190. Sold them 187.50, 187.52, 42 pence 7. Four more ewe lambs away at 91. Slam it, because it's not good. Out here, 91 pounds on him there. What a bit on there. And on here, 320, 320, 310, 310, 300. 300 on 3 and 300 on 280, on 17, on 17, on 17, on 70, 70, 70, 60, 220, now 5. 220, fine, now 30, now fine, now 40, 240, now fine, now 52, 52, 50, now fine, now 60, 60, now 5, 270, 70, 70, 267 down on 70, 70, 70, 267 down now 70, 70, 70, 267 out on 270, 70, 70, 70, 70, 267 out on 270, 270. Sold him at 267.50, 303 pen 4. Okay, one more. And a good one here, 91 pounds all new here, 104, 300 and 3 and 3 and 300 and 260 down 5 and 5 and 5 and 5 and 260 down and 1 5 and 70 70 70 270 down and 265 down and 270 70 70 270 down 70 down 70 down 70 down 70 down 5 and into 5 and into 275 now 80 $280 now 280 now 80 now 80 275 now 280 277 half now 80 280 282 and a half and 5 285 and 7 half and 287 half and 90 90 now 2 and a half 292 and a half, 95 and 97 and a half, 297 and a half, 295 and 297 and a half, 295 and 297 and a half, sold them 295, 303, column number 4. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. More to get away, 94 of the semi-colony lambs here, 2 times. Hey, look here, number 1 lambs, 90 ewe lambs at away 94 pounds on them. They're going to be here now, 0 down, 300, 250, now 5, 250, now 60, now 60, now 5, now 70, 270, 67 down, now 70, now 2 and a half, 272 and a half, 270, 72 and a half, 5, 5, 5, 275, 275, 272 and a half, now 5, 5, 275, 272 and a half, now 5. 272 is not in the door. 275, 272 and a half, now 5, 5, 5, 277 and a half, 277 and a half, 80, 80, 280, 82 and a half, 282 and a half, now 5, 285, sold him 282 and a half, 282 and a half, 303 pen 4, 303 pen 4, 303 pen 4, 303 pen 4, 303 pen 4. 303, way down there. Broken wire. All right, on this one's here now, 107 pounds. Miles. On the last one, CBs. Four withers at 104 pounds, 330, 330, 330, 320, 320, 320, 320, 320, 310, 15, 15, 20, 315, 17 and a half, 315, done on 17, I'm done on 317, and I'm done on 315, done on 17, I'm done on 317, I'm done on 20, done on 2 now, 322 now, 5 now, 7 and a half, 327 out on 30, 30, 32 now, 332 now, 330, final 7 and a half, and now 43, 43, 40, now 2 and a half, 340, now 2 and a half, 340, now 2 and a half, 340, now 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 340, now 2 and a half. Sold him 340, 303, 303, new pen 303, pen number 1, right here. This is the one. This is the culprit, 303. Okay, so it's one right down here. It's, when I move it, it's the one that's split in the top and goes to the bottom together. Okay, these two, the silver, and when I move it, it works. All right, here, this one, a bit of 58 pounds on him, 12, 18, 100, 220, 220, 210, 210, 200, $200 and $200 2 and $200 bill and two, $200 maybe, $200 2 and $200 bill. $200 bill now, $200 now, 180, 180, 170, 170, 170, 160 now 5, at $160 now 5 now 70, 170 now 5, at 175, 170 now 5, 170 now 5 now 5, at 175 now 180, 180, 180, 185, at 185 now 500 now 180 now 5, at 180 now 5 now 185 now 190, 190, 90, 185 now 190, 95 at 190 now 5, at 195 now $200 bill now 25, 205 now 5 now 10, 210, 10, $205 now 210, sold them 205. 205, 242, 7 at 130, 130, 130, 90, now 5, 90, now 5, 90, now 92, and 90, now 92, 50, and 90, now 92 and a half, 0. 90 now 92 and a half, 90 now 92 and a half, 90 now 2 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 and a half, $90 now 2 and a half, 92 and a half, 90 now 2 and a half. We didn't get away. Oh, you're out. It's 28. That was the 58 pounders. You have me now. 58. Luke bought them. Luke, what did you pay for them?
Well, we got the price. We just did the pen.
Oh, Luke went to pen number 7. 242, 7. 28 pounds on this one. 28 pounds on 110, 110, 80, 80, 70, 70, 70, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 85, 90, 90, 95, 95, 100, 100, 100, 90, 100, now 5, at 105, now 5, now 110, now 10, now 110, now 7 and a half, now 10, at 110, now 12 and a half, at 112 and a half, at 115, and 15, 115, and 17, at 117, at 117, at 120, at 120, now 2 and a half, at 120, now 2 and a half, at 125, 122 and a half, at 125, 5, 5, 5, 7 and a half, 127 out, 127 and a half, 130, 130, 130, 30, 30, 30, 132 and a half, at 130, now 25, 135 to 135 to 135, sold them 132 and a half, 132 and a half, 242 to 7, 242 to 7, 242 to 7, 242 to 7, 242, 2, test, 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 test. Test, 1, 2. Test, 1, 2. Test, 1, 2, 3. Test, 0. Here now we got 107 pounds here. There's 29 lambs coming the way, 107. Okay, now ladies and gentlemen, these are the Gary Hutton herd replacement ewes. So we'll sell you gate run, 10 or more. Gate run, as many as you want, but don't take one. Take them all. Number one lambs, guys. Been bringing them all right here for years. Quality lambs. Okay, here they are. 104 pounds here. 105, 5, 110, 10. What a year now, guys. Here. All right, on. All right, here now. $500 and a $500 number to bid the $5 at $500 number to bid the $5 to bid the $5 to bid the $5 to bid the $500 number to bid the $450 number to bid the $450 number to bid the $400 number to bid the $400 number to bid the $400 number to bid the $375 $375 to bid the $75 to bid the $350 number to bid the $350 number to bid the $3 number to bid the $325 to bid the $330 number to bid the $325 to bid the $30 $325 to 30 30 30 30 $325 number to bid the $25 number to bid the $310 number to bid the $310 number to bid the $300 $300 number to been the $300 number to been the 380 85 280 now been the power to been the power to been the 280 85 $280 number to been the power to been the power to been the 90 90 92 92 92 90 95 95 $300 number to been the power to been the power to been the power to been the power to been the 310 10 10 10 10 12 and a half 3 12 and a half to been the 10 to 12 and a half to been the 3 12 and a half to been the 3 12 and a half to been the 310 12 and a half 310 number to been the 12 and a half to been the 312 and a half to been the 310 number to been the 12 and a half to been the 12 and a half. Look at the quality. 312 and a half to been the 310 number to been the 12 and a half to been the 310 number to been the 12 and a half to been the 312 and a half to been the 310 12 and a half 312 and a half. They're sold at 310 buyer 303 pen 3. Okay. Okay, we're gonna let them all out. If you guys can hear me, can you hear me? 15 go to a new pen, pen 3. And the rest can go to 4. You just fill the first 15. No, do the 15 first. And then there was how many? So 29, so 14 left. That's it. And now do the 14. I believe there's 16 more coming from the same end, folks. 16 more, the Hutton lamb. But they're withers. Okay, these are the feeders on them. 18 at here now. 18 times weighing 91 pounds. 18 here, weighing 91 pounds on him, 91 pounds, 300, $300 and $300 number 299, 99, oh, 99 now, $80 now, $270 now, $70 now, $60 number to $250 now, $5, $250 now, final 62, 60, 60, 62, 60, $255 now, $260, $255 number 260, 60, 60, 60, 60, $255 number 260, $255 number $260 number 260, 260, 260, $255, $260 number $260, $255 now, $260 now, $60 now, $255 now, $260, sold him at $255, 303, pen 1. All right, here down to dams here now, there them to you lambs here. 100 and $200 number I'm gonna do it a bit, $100, 81, 81, 75 to 150, $130 number $130 number $120 number $110 number $115 number $110 number $115, $110 number $115 number $115, 15, 15, 15, 110, 15, 120, 120, 115, 120, 120, $115 number $120, $120 number $115 number $120 120, 120, 120, 115, 120. Sold them at 115, 242, 7. Oh, look here down there, down there is 7. 7 times on the rem lambs at 80 pounds on them. You're now 240, 230, 30, 30, $200, $200, $200, 180, now 5 at 180, now 5 at 190, 190, 190, 190, 190, 90, 90, 185 at $190 bill at 185 at 190, 185 down now at $190 but 190, 190, 185 at 190, 90, 90, 185 number 190, 190, 190, 190, 190, 90, 90, 185 about 190, 190, 90, 190, 190, 90, 2 and a half, 190, 92 and a half at 190, 2 and a half at 190, 2 and a half at 192 and a half at 190, 2 and a half at 195 at 197 at 195 at 197 at 197 at 197, $200 number 202 and a half at 205, 5, 25, 25, 7 and a half, 27 ounce, 7 ounce, 10, 10, 10 at 210, 27 out at 210 at a bit, 210 at 12 and a half, 215, 15, 15, 15, 215, 17 and a half, 20, 220, 220, 220, 20, 220, 22 and a half, 225, 225 at 227 and now 32, 30, 32 and a half, 230 and 2 and a half, 5, 5, 235, 7 and a half, 237 and a half, sold them 235, 235, buyer 242, pen 7, 2 more, ram lambs, 8. 61 pounds on them there. Now down 190, 190, 180, 145 to 50, 145 to 150, 55 at $150. Now found at 160, 160, 155 to $160. Now at 160, 60, 60, 60, 155 to 60. Now found at 160, now 5 at 165 to 170, 170, 170, 170, 70, 70, 165 to 170, 170, 165 to 170, 165 to 170. 170 now 5. I just wanted to make sure that 170 5 at 175 at 170 lip reading at 170 5 at 170 5 5 at 170 5 at 170 5 sold them 170 243 8 170 243 8. Zimbabwe. Really must come from Zimbabwe. What was their address? It's not that far away. Six more times here, 60, 41. 41 times on him there. Beauty is 61. Ewe lambs. Ewe lambs, and there's 61 pounds on them there. 190, 190, 145, now 50, 150, now 5, 16, 16, now 5, at a 116, now 5, at a 5, at a 5, at a 116, now 5, a 160, now 5, 5, at a 116, now 5, at a 5, at a 5, at a 170, 70, 70, 70, 70, 175, 5, at a 175, now 180, 180, 5, at a 185, now 5, at a 182 and a half, at 180, 82 and a half, at a 180, now 2 and a half, at $180, now 2 and a half, at a 180, now 2 and a half. They're sold $180, 212 pen 5, 212 pen 5. Pardon me? All right, one time here. This one weighs 61. 61 pounds, 190, 190, 90, 90. 62. $190, number $190, number $190, 90, 90, 90, 180, 180, 145 to 50, 150, now 5 to 155 to 160, 160, now 5 to 160, now 5, 165 to 170, 170, now 5 to 170, now 5, 5, 5 to 170, now 5 to 170, now 5, at $170, now 5 to 170, bid 5, 5 to 170, now 5 to 170, now 5, sold them $170, 242, number 7. Me? Probably. I'm half a hearing. The last one. Ulam. One time, big guy here, 90 pounds on him, 300, 3, 3, 280, 80, 80, 45, 50, 245 now, 50, 50, 50, 250, 50, 245 now, wither here, 245 now, 50 in, 245, dollar, number 50, 50, 55, 255 now, 60, 60, 65, 5, 5, 260 now, 5 would have been the 5 would have been the 5. It's an auction sale. We're going trying to go up, 260 now, 5, $260 now, 5 now, 5 now, 70, 70, 70, 270, 270, 70, 70, 270, 70, 70, 70, 265 now, 270, 75, 5, 5, 5, 5, 270 bid 5. 271, 2.5, now 275 and 5, 275, 277 and a half, 275, 277 now, 275, now 77 now, sold them 275, 275. They go to buyer number 303, 4, 3034. Give you a challenge, didn't you? Text me. Text, I can't talk. There's 4. There's 4 of them here. They're lighter on these ewes here. We ain't been on 95. 95 out of 109, 200, 200, 180, 180, 170, 70, 70, 160, 150, at $140, number 120, now 5 at 120, 25, 130, 30, 130, 130, 125, 130, 130, 135, 5, 40, 40, 40, 145, at 145 at 140, now 5 at 140, 45, at $140, now 5 at 140, now 5 at 5 at 145, now 50, at $150 bill, 5, 150, now 5 at a 5 5 5 at a 150 now 2 and a half at 150 52 and a half at a 150 now 2 and a half at a 5 at a 5 at a 5 7 and a half at a 150 7 and a half at 7 and a half at 60 60 now 2 and a half at a 162 and a half 5 at a 165 and 5 5 at a 162 and a half at 5 a 162 and a half at 5 sold them 162.50 162.50 242 same pen. New pen, we'll give you new pen number. Oh, well, we'll have to go to 9, Luke. Okay, we're going to change that to pen number 149. 149. 2 times here on these ewes here, and I'm in on there now, $190, $190 number, $190 number, $190, 90, 90, 180, 180, 140, now 5 at a 140, now 5 at a 140, 45 at $140 number, $140 number, $130 number, $100 bill, a $100 number, $100 number, been the 50, now 60, 60 now 60, now $50 number, been the $60 number, been the 50, 60, 70, 70, 70, 70, 60, now 5 at 5, 70, 70, 75, 5, 80, $80 now 5 at 5, $90, 95 at 95 at 100, now 5 at a 1.5 to 110, 115, 115, a 110 bid now at $115 bid at 110 15, 110 now 115 sold them 110 303 pen 1. I don't know what he's going to charge you, but he might charge you for the brat inspection or whatever. How much you went for him? How much? 58 pounds once. On the ram lamb here in weighing 58 pounds here, $200 number up in the 2, up in the 2, up in the 2, 175, 150, $150, 130, find a 40, 135 to 145 at a 140, now 5 at a 140, now 5 at 5, 5 at a 50, 150, 150, 150, 150, 150, 150, 140, find a 55 at 155, 560, 160, 65, 65 at 165, 570, 70, 70, 70, 170 at 165 to $170 number, 165 to $170 number, 165 to 170. They're sold at 165, 242, 7. I thought it said 10,000. Whatever. Stick around though. Well, 74 pounds here, 330, 230, 230, 30, 30, 230, 30, 230, 30, 180, 85 at $180 number. Good ram lamb here, guys. $180 number in the 90, 90, 90, 90, 185 at $80 number, 185 at 5 at 185 at 185 at 190, 195 at 195 at 195 at 195 at 95 at $200 number in the $200 number. $200 195 at the 2 at the 2 at the 195 at the $200 in the 97 and the 2 and 2 and a half at 25. 207 and a half, 27 and a half, 10 and 10 and 210 and 210 and 210, 210 and 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 15, 15, 17 and a half, 22, 2200 and 20, 22 and a half, 222 and a half, so 22 and a half, sold them at 220, 242, 7. Ewe lamb here weighing 66 pounds here, 210, 210, 210, 145 to 50, 145 to 150, 155, $150 now would have been the 5 would have been the 5 would have been the $150 I'm bid the 5 would have been the 5 would have been the 5 would have been the $150 now would have been the 5 would have been the 5 would have been the 5 60, 60, 60, 65 160 now 5 would have been the 5 $160 now 5 5 5 70 70 70 175 at 175 the 5 at 175 at 175 at 180 180 $180 but the 5 would have been the 5 at 180 now 5 190 190 90 90 185 $190 $185 $190 185 final 190, 90, 180, final 190, sold them $185. $185. They go to 242.7. Four times, five times ewes. Five times on the ewes here, 93 pounds on them, $200 number, the two would have been the 135 to 40, 135 to 140, 45 to 50, 50, 55, at 160, 160, 155 to $160 number, 160, 160, 160, 160, 155 to 160, 65 to 165 to 165 to 70, 70, 75 to 175 to 180, 180, 185 to 185 to 185 to 185, at 185 to 180, 85 to $180 number, been the 5 to been the 5 to been the $180 number, been the 555, 185, sold them $180, 303, lot one. Lot one. One time here, one time, and one time. You're now at 80 pounds on them there. Number 170, I'm going to do 200, 180, 180, 130, 35 to 130, now 5 to 5 to 5 to 130, now 5. 140, 135 to 140, $140 bill to 135 to 140, 140, 145 to 140, now 5 to 50, 50, 50, 50, 155 to 5 to 60, 160, 160, 160, 65. At 160, now 5 to 170, 170, now 5 to 175 to 5 to 175 to 180, 180, $180 bill to 175 to 180, 175 to $180 bill to 175, number to 180, sold them 175. 316143. New pen 143. Right in the middle of pigs. Ugh. Here's a wither at 136 pounds here, 360, 360, 60, 60, 350, 330, 330, 330, 320, 320, 300, 300, 280, now 5, 280, now 5, now 90, 290, 200, 95, 290, bid the 5, bid the 5, $300, now in the 5, in the 10, 310, 15, 15, 15, $310, now with 315, 315, 12 and a half. 15, 17 and a half, 317 and a half, 20 and 322 and a half, 322 and a half, 25, 325 and 7 and a half, 327 and a half, 33, 32 and a half, 335, 335, 35, 35, 337 and a half, 337 and a half, 337 and a half, 7 and a half, 337 and a half, 337 and a half, 7 and a half, 336, 7, 337, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, sold, 336. Buyer 1010, pen 1010. We're going to go to pen number 153, 1010, 153. Pardon me? 236, 1010, 153. Oh, it's a wither. Sorry, wither. I thought you said you. I was thinking, what are you talking about? Me? You? You? 228 pounds on there. All right, I'm here now, man. 228, 300. $300 number to been the $300 number to been the $300 number to been the 280, 80, 80, 82, 52, 52, 52, 52, 52, 42, 42, 42, 42, 32, 3200. $200 number to been the two would have been the $200 number to been the $200 bill. And you here, $200 number to been the $200 number to been the 175, 80, 180, 85, 185, 190, 190, 95, 195 down $200 bill the 5, 5, 10, 10, 10, 15, 22, 25, 225 to 30. 35, 235 to 40, 240, 235 to 40, 40, 40, 235 to bid the $240 number to bid the $235 number to bid the 240. I sold the 235. 303, pen 1. Three times here, more ewes here. They weigh 173 pounds. 250, 250, 50, 250, 250, 250, 280, now 5, 180, 185 to 180, now 5, 190, 190, 195 to 195, $200, now 5, 5, 200, and 5, 10, 10, 15, 15, 220, 225, 225, 30, 30, 30, 30, 225, $230, bill, 225, 230, 230, 230, 30, 30, 30, 225, 230, 225, 230, sold them at $225, 303, pen 1. All right, that's the end of our sheep sale. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We're moving on to goats. We got 2 kids in the ring. All right. Oops, sorry, Niven. She just graduated. She went from the kid to a teenager. Young little be down bid now, $100 bill, but $100 number $100. Now she disappeared. At $100, and be mad at me now. $100 at $100 number $100 number $100 number been a 35 40 35 and $40 number been a $35 a bid now 40 now 5 at 45 and 50 $50 number been the 5 been the $50 number been the 5 been the 5 been the 5 been the 5 trade you straight across for the calf at $50 number been the 5 been the 5 been the 5 been the $50 number been the 5 $50 number been the 5 been the 5 been the 5 sold $50 $242. I'm going to put it into 154, Luke. 242 to 154. You're supposed to remember that. You're the clerk. Huh? I went to no, buyer 242. And then I went to 154. So that's where your confusion is. Sorry, I guess there's just no more fun making. Need Jason Swamp here pretty soon. Copy. Okay, we got a pair with theirs. Baby Billy's. Eugene Gans on the pair of bucklings here now, weighing about 84 pounds on them there. What a bit on them? $300 now would have been the $300 280 $300 now 5 $300 now 5 10 310 310 10 10 35 now 10 $305 now 310 10 10 10 35 now 10 10. Josh took the little baby to the bathroom. 7.5 now 10 12 and a half, 312 and a half would have been the 310, 12 and a half would have been the 12 and a half, $15 number 315, 312 and a half would have been the 317 and a half, 317 and a half, 317 and a half, 17 and a half, 7 and a half, 20 and 320 and 22 and a half, 320 now 2 and a half, 320 now 2 and a half, 2 and a half would have been the 320 now 2 and a half. Is that a bid, sir? 322 and a half, 5, 327 and a half, 327 and a half, 7 and a half, 327 and a half, 7 and 30, 30, 30, 30, 330, $330 now 330 now 2 and a half, 330 now 2 and a half, 35, 335, 335, 5, 5, 7 and a half, 337 and a half, 335, 337 and a half, 7 and a half, 40, 340, now 2 and a half, 342 and a half, 5, 345, 342 and a half would have been the 5, 5, 345, 345, 7 and a half, 347 and a half, 347 and a half, 50 and 350, now 2 and a half, 350 and 2 and a half, sold them 350, 350, 243 new pennies. 243 to 155, 243 to 155. Buckling this one here now, $200 now, but a bit of $200 now, but a bit of $200 now, but a bit of $200 56 pounds. $200 now, but a bit of $200 180 175 150 now 75 180 180 175 180 180 180 180 180 175 now 180 180 bill 175 now 180 bill 175 now 180 185 to find 99 90 190 190 180 find 190 90 180 find 190 90 190 190 190 190 190 180 find 190 that a bit 90 195 to 190 in the 5 in the 5 in the 190 in the 5 190 in the 5. We did that for you. Okay, 190 he did 190 bid in the 5 in the 5 190 in the 5 sold $190 243. It goes to 150 whatever it was tack 5 150 155. I got to write it down. Turn. 65 190. Okay, then buyer 243 and they go to 155. Two times here, and the good bucklings weighing 55 pounds on them there, 270, 220 now, 5, $220, now would have been the 5, would have been the 5, would have been the $220, now would have been the 5, would have been the 5, would have been the $220, now would have been the 5, $220, now would have been the $10, now would have been the $200, $200, now would have been the 2, would have been the 2, would have been the $200, now would have 180, $205, $200, now would have been the 5, would have been the 5, would have been the 10, 10, 210, 10, 210, 210, 210, 210, 15, 15, 15, 220, 220, now 5, 225, now 30, 230, 230, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, 220. Find a 230, 220, find a 230, 35, 230, bid 5 would have been the $230, now would have been the 5, would have been the 5, would have been the 5, would have been the 230, now 5 sold them. $230, buyers 600, 145. Pen number 145, 145. 2 kids, 3 kids, 4 kids, 3 dolings. Oh, here, them 3 little dolings here now. I'm now 4, I'm now paying 43. 180, 180, 180, 180, 170, 70, 70, $160 now at 150. 140 now 5 at a $140 now 5, 150 now 5 at a 155 now 160 now 5, 170, 170 now 5, 175, 5, 170 now 5, 175, 80, 180 now 5, 185 now 190, 195 at a 195, $200, 25, 10, 210, 15, 20, 220 now 5, and 30, 230 now 5, 235 now 40, 240 now 5, 240 now 5. 240 now $5 now a bit at $240 now 5 bingo sold them at $240 2001 will make it 146. Got a nanny here. This nanny there now, $300 now would have been the 3, it would have been the 3 at $280, $280 bill. $280 now would have been the $280 now would have been no 80 at $280. $280 now would have been the 270, $260 now 200. 200 now 5. $200 now 5. 205. 210. 210, 215, $215 now would have been the 210 at 215, 215 now 20, 220 now 5, 225 now 30, 230 now 540, 245, 245 to 50, 250 now 5, 260, 265. 270, 275, now 80, 280, now 5, 290, 295, 290 been the 5 would have been the 5 would have been the 5 would have been the 290 now would have been the 5 290 now 5 290 now 5 sold 290 31 17 new pen 147 3117 by 147. All right, here now, pair of bucklings on him in here now. This one's on a pair of bucklings. All right, here now these fair bucklings here down $130, $100 now been the profit been the profit been $100 now been 105, 100 and the profit been the profit been the profit been the profit been the 5, 105 it been the profit been the profit been $100 bill $100 now been the profit 105 at 105 at 105 at 105 at 105 at 105 at 105 5 at $100 now been 100 and the profit been the profit been the profit been the 5. They're sold $100. 242, 154. Go put some more of that whipping cream on your strawberries there, Eugene. Thank you. He told me this morning somebody told him to put cow manure on his strawberries. He said to me, but I went back to whipping cream after all. $100 bill, $100 number to $100, 60 now 5, $60 number to been the 5 been two of them. $60 now would have been the 5 would have been the 5 would have been the 5 5 5 65 to 70 70 70 70 65 to $70 now would have been the $65 now would have been the 70 $65 now would have been the $70 now would have been the $70 now 70 now 5 75 80 $80 now 5 85 at $80 now 5 would have been the 5 would have been the 5 would have been 85 85 99 99 99 90 85 would have been the $90 $85 now would have been the $90 $85 now would have been the 90 90 90 90 sold $85 242 154. Two times here, one time now, this time. One time. A little buckling wind, 44 pounds. All right, here now, but 160, 160, 160, 150, 160. Now 5 at $160. Now would have been the 5 would have been the 5 at $160. Now would have been the 5 would have been the 5 at 160. Now 5 at 160. Now 5 165 at 160. Now 5 5 $560. Now would have been the 5 would have been the 5 would have been the 160. Now 5 sold $160. 140, 242 buyer, 242, 154. Here's the mama daddy there now. 100 and I'm gonna been the 250, 250, $200 and I'm gonna been the 2 would have been the 2 175, 180, 175 and 185 at 185 and $180 and I'm at 185 at 85 at $180 and I'm gonna been the 5 would have been the 5, $180 and I'm at 185 at 185 and 99 90 190 90 90 $185 and 190 90 90 190 $185 and 190 187 and a half at 190 192 and a half at 192 and a half at 192 and a half at 195 and 197 and a half at 197 and a half 197 and a half at 197 and a half at 197 and a half at the $200 bill at 202 and a half at 205 5 207 and 27 and sold them 205 205 243 pen number 155 155 here Nanny there now I'm gonna been the 230 230 30 180 is a 5 at a 180 and a 5 190 190 190 185 and 190 90 90 185 and $190 bill 190 185 and 190 185 and $190 bill 190 190 190 90 90 95 and 190 and a 5 and 195 and a $200 bill a $200 bill a $200 195 a $200 bill a 205 5 5 205 205 5 5 205 a 205 sold them a $200 bill, $200 bill, 1010, 153, 1010, 153. Fairmore, 70. All times here down, 7 times here, number 350. 350 and $300, no 3, no 3, no $300. Now I'm in the pound, I'm in the $305, number $10, no 310, a 10, a 10, a 15, a 15, a 3, $15, number been the $15, been the 310, a 315, a $310, number 315, 15, a bid 20 and 20 and the 5, a $320, number been the 5, 5, 5, 325, a 33, 33, 30, a $325, number 30, 30, 30, 325, a 330, sold them 325. The buyer is 243. The pen 155. Yours. You're welcome. It's not me. The boss's wife's here. He says to me this morning, he said, they told me I should put cow manure on my strawberry. So he said I went back to with him. Like, oh. Nanny here, 118 pounds here. Okay, the card says they have been as exposed, and that is exposed as they get. That's all we know. $300 number been the 332, $5,200 now, 555, $200 number been the 205, the $200 number been the 5 been the 5 been the 5 been the $200 number been the 5 been the 5 been the 5 been the 5 been the 10 to 10 to 25 to 10 a 25 to 10. Hello Kinsey, 25 now 10 10 10 25 to 200 and 10 to 10 to 15 and 15 200 15 and 220 220 now 5 225 225 230 230 35 235 235 and 5 40 240 now 5 245 to 250 250 now 5 255 to 260 260 now 5 265 to 270 75 275 to 280 285 280 285 $280 now I've been no 85 at 85 at $280 now $285 $280 now 5 sold them $280 $280 303 303. I can put him in 3 X. Yes, well, it has you in there. Oh, those 15 ewes were in there. Okay, we'll just check. We'll just hold on and check. Still has lambs in there. So you'll be got 156, 156. Exposed again here, much better there down, but on this one here, 333 210 210 and 20. Looks like she's going to start showing here there now. $200 now 10 210 and 10 and 20 220 now 30 230 now 40 240 now 50 250 now 60 260 now 70 70 70 72 70 72 70 70 270 5 275 and 280 $280 bill and 285 would have been the 5 would have been the 90 92 92 92 90 92 and a half 292 and a half 295 297 and a half 295 and 297 and a half $300 bill and 300 302 and a half 302 and a half 2 and a half 300 302 and a half $300 now and 302 and a half sold them $300 buyer 1010 153. Another one exposed here now, 180, $200 number have been the 2, there's 2 of them. $200 they've been exposed. $200 number 185 and 210 and 20 30 40 50 60 no 260 no 70 no 80 280 280 no 90 290 no $300 bill of 5 $300 number in the palm of 10 310 310 310 10 15 15 15 $315 number 20 and 320 and 20 no 5 $325 330 30 30 330 30 30 33 30 no 5 $335 and 40 40 43 43 40 40 no 5 $340 no 5 $340 no 5 $345 and 50 $350 no 5 $355 and 360 $360 bill and 360 $355 number 360 $360 bill and 355 down 360 $365 $360 now 5 2.5 $365 $370 $370 $370 77 $370 73 70 75 $370 no 5 5 $370 75 5 5 $375 $370 bid the 5 bid the 5 80 $380 $380 sold $375 buyers $600 $145. Same thing. I believe, same thing. A bit exposed there, $400 number in the 333 two Quinn, 220 210 to 20 $210 number in the 20 and $220 number 30 30 40 50 50 now 60 now 72 70 270 80 80 now 92 92 $190 bill 290 $280 number 99 99 90 $300 bill $300 bill $300 number in the 300 $290 number 3 3 3 3 3 3 3 10 10 310 310 310 $300 number in the 10 10 10 10 310 20 30, 330, 40, 330 and 5, $330 number in the power in the power in the power in the $330 number in the power in the 5. Sold them 330, 330, 10, 10, 153. Another nanny here now, 400. Say, man. Still exposed. $300 number in the 260 now 5 and $260 number in the power in the power in the $260 number in the 5 5 5 5 5 $260 number in the power in the 5 on the exposed nanny there $260 number in the power in the 70 70 72 72 72 70 at 5 5 5 275 80 80 80 $280 bill in the 275 and $280 number in the 87 half and 80 80 80 80 $288 bill in the 82 and a half 282 and a half 280 82 and a half $280 number in the 2 and a half in the 280 now 82 and a half. Sorry, ma'am. Now 85, 282 and a half, in the 5, in the 7 and a half, 287 and a half, 287 and a half, $285 number, 287 and a half, $285 number, 287 and a half. Yes or no? 287 and a half, 285 now, 287 and a half, 287 and a half. You want to bid? 287 and a half, 290, sir, 292 and a half, 292 and a half. Sold them 290, 10 10, 290. Buyer 10 10, 153. That it for you, Allison? These are not yours? Still exposed. Oh, they're withered. They're exposed too, but they're not going to have babies. All right, here now, be it now, $300 number, 280, $280 number, in the 230 now 5, $230 number, in the 5, the weather is a 230, 35, 235, fine, $230 number, in the 5, $2200 bill, $200 number, in the 2 would have been the 175, 80, 200 now 5, 10, 210, 15, 220, 220 now 5, 5, 30, 30, 30, 230, 30, 35, 5, $230 number, in the 5, would have been the 5, would have been the 5, would have been the $230 now, fine, $230 number, in the 5, would have been the 5, 40, 40, 40, 240, 240, 240, 240, 50, 250, 50, 255, 60, 60, 60, 65, 260, 570, 270, 70, 265, 270, sold them at $265. 10, 10, 153. Oh, look here. That would have been the $400 number, $300, 245 to 50, 245 to 50, 50, 50, 50, 245 to 250, 245. Been exposed. 240. Oh, different deal. Manny, not exposed. These are the Brodersons. 245 to 50, 245 to 250, 245 to 250, 50, 50 now 5, $250 down 5, 5, 5, 250 in 5, 5, 255 to 5, 60, 260 and now 5, 265 to 270, $270 now 70, 70, 70, 265, 75, 275 to 5, 5, 80, 280, 285, 285, 90, 90, 92, 90, 95, $295 but $300 now with 5, 5, 310, 310, 310, 310, $305 number 10, sold them 305, 10 10, 153. 400 number in the 400 number in the 400 number in the 400 $400 number in the 335 330 now 5 now 43 40 now 5 340 now 5 now 53 50 now 5 355 360 now 60 now 5 365 77 370 370 370 and 5 375 5 5 370 number in the 5 5 5 370 number in the 5 in the 5 5 370 number in the 5 370 number in the 5 in the 5 375. Sold them at 370, 10 10, 153. I like a coffee if there's somebody volunteering. Dear, nobody. All right on this one. Bang, 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 bang. Here now. What a bit. 220, 200, 150. Now $550 now. 60, 160, 150. Final 160, $160 bill. 150. Final 160. $160. 150. Final 160. Now 5 165. 5 160. Now 5 165. 65 70. 170. 170. 170. 170. Now 5 170. Final 180. 180. Now $580. Now would have been the 5 would have been the 5 would have been the $180. Now would have been the 5 190. 190. 90 95 195 95 $200 bale. 200, 195 with a two, $200, 195 with two. Sold them 195, 10, 153. Black. Oh, I got a pair, another with your here now, one. Okay. Okay, by request, we will sell choice. Choice, you can pick. $300 now, would have been the 250, 310. Your choice, I got 300, 310, 20, 30. How much? 350. Choice. Okay. 60. 350. 670. 370. 77 now. 80. 380 now. 90. 390. 390. 385 now. 390. 390. 390. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 385 390. 385 now. $390. Sold them at $385. $385. 10. 153. Takes the light colored one. Okay. We sold the light colored one. Now we'll sell the dark one. 400. What? I like it. 2, 3. I knew you were going to do that. 230, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. 290, 290, 300 now, 10 now, 20 now, 30 now, 43, 43, 43, 43, 40. She's in at 330, 335, 340, 45, 345, 345, 350, 350, 350, 50, 50, 50, 50, 350, 350, 350. Give her 350. Now 5, 355, 2.5. Now 5, 355. They'll taste good in Brooks. 355, 352 and a half, 55, 352 and a half. Now 5. They're sold. 350, 250, 10, 153. Sorry. Not in Cessford. Want to grab my coffee, Brad, when you got a minute? My cup of coffee. Ready for goats? We're going to sell, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for the goats. We're done goats. Now you buy a horse. Okay, and we got hay. We're going to sell the hay inside as soon as Pete is done outside. So, but I thank you very kindly. We hope to do this again. Sheep, goats next week. I say there's an online time auction, all the equipment. Go to DLMS, see what there is. And there'll be more stuff. You can go home and mow lawn now. Or did your wife go home and mow lawn? Did your wife go home and mow lawn? Oh, her job. Oh, she... Thank you, Gary. All right, we're going to sell... horses. We got 3 of them here. Anything exposed? They're all open. We don't know. Fat yellowings. All right. Sell the ponies as is. Where is? Right here. Picture view there. $500. $500 your choice. The $500 been the $500 been the $500 been the $500 number been the $400 number been the $4 $300 number been the $2 been the $2 been the $200 number 150 at 150 100 $100 $100 number $100 number $100 number $100 number $100 number $100 bill $100 50 75 at $50 number been the $75 would have been the $75 number been the $50 number been the $100 bill $75 would have been the $100 number $100 number been the $100 at $75 number $100 number $100 number been the $75 number $100 number $100 at $100 number been the $100 number $175 been $100 number $100 number $100 number been the $75 number $100 $100 number been the $75 number $100 number $100 folks. Here's a buy. Little mares $100. And a quarter, 125. Yeah, it's choice. 125 now to you if you want to pick. Now 50. 150, 125 dollar number $150 number 150, 150. You know, goats were more money. 150, 125 no 150, $150 number 125 dollar number $150 number 125 dollar number 150, $150 bill number 125 dollar number $150 bill number $150 sold. $125, and he takes the two light colored ones. 1001 and 1002. They will go with a pen number 50 under buyer number 212. All right, here, $200 for this one. We're gonna sell the little dark one, guys. Pretty pony. 200, 100, 175, 100, 100 and a quarter, quarter half. 125 to 150, 125 to $150 number to $125 number to 150, $125 number to $150 number to $125 number to 150. Sold 125. 212, pen 50. Why don't you take them right away? It was a good marketing scheme, but it didn't work. You got scammed. Yeah, his problem. Well, we have a ghost here. Oh, 4-year-old mini mule. Okay, 4-year-old mini mule broke to drive. Wow. And a pretty white one. On the mini mule here, number been $1,000 on the mini mule, $1,000 number 1,000 here, number been the $1,000 number been the $1,000 number been the $1,000 number been no $800 number $800 number $8 no $8 and $700 number 77 $600 number $500 number bidden $500 number been the $400 number bidden $350 now $400 now $5,400 now bid now 50 at $400 a bid the $50 that would have been the $450 now $500 now 50 and 550 and 550 50 555. This is not a horse. This is a mini mule. It's 4-year-old. Been drove. Yep. Never been ridden, but it's been driven. $450 now, $500 number been the $500 been the $500 number been the $500 been the $500 been the $500 been the $450 number been the $500 been the $500 at $500 number been the $500 been the $500 been the $500 number been the $500 number been the $450 number been the $500 been the $500 been the $500 number been the $500 number been the $500 at $500 number been the $450 number been the $500 been the $500 been the $500 been the $500 number been the $450 number been the $500 been the $500 at $500 number been the $500 number been not two opportunities. Here's and on to go, guys, at the mini mule. 500, $450 number been the and very gentle. $500 number been the $500 been the $500 been the $500 been the $450 number been the $500 been the $500 number been the $500. Sold. 450, 212, 51. Good job, Kenzie. $1,004 got a roan. On the roan mare here, and then one roan gelding. On the roan gelding, what about on this one here? Do we know anything about it here now? Just one roan stud. All roan here now, one roan stud here now, loud here now, $1,500 now, 15 to 14, 13 to $1,200 now, $1,100 now, $1,000 now, $900, $900 now, 888 $700 now, $600 now, $600 now, $500, $500 now, $500 now, $400 now, would have been the $400 now, $300 now, $100 now, $200 now, $200 bill, $200 now, $100 now, would have been the $200 now, would have been the $200. 100 at 150 at $100 now, $150, $150 now, two and two, $200 now, $2 150 now, two and $200 now, $2 $150 now, $200 now, $250 and $250 now, $200 now, $50 is gotta go now, $250 then 25 now, 50 $225 and $250 now, $250 75 and 75 $275 75 and 75 $250 now, 75 $275 and 75 $250 now, $275 75 $275 $275 and 75 $250 now, 75 5 sold $250 bill, 242 to go to pen 53 52 sorry 52 240 no 250 sorry the price was 250 and buyer was 242 and we went to pen 52. Oh, look at a little paint here, 1005 on the paint horse here. We got a paint filly. Halter broke, it says in the card. And that is all the infamous. And here now, $800 $800 now at $800 now at 8. Halter broke at 8 now to 100 now, 150 $100 now, 150 now, $100 now, 150 now, $200 bill, $200 150 now, 200, 250, 50 now, $300 now, 3 and 3 300 and $250 now, $300 now, 3 and 3 $250 now, 375 now, 325, 2050, 350, 75, 375, 400, 25, 425, 450, at 475, at 475, at $450 number of 75, at 75, at 75, at 75, at $450 number of 475, at $450 number of 75, at 75, at 75, at 75, at 75, at 75, at $450 number of 475, at $475, sold them at 450. Good eye, Chad, $450, 3127. 53. Okay, we're going to sell, so the saddle with the lariat or just the saddle? Just the saddle. We are selling only the saddle, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's sell the good heavy good saddle here, guys. The good saddle here number have been $3,000. $3,000 number have been the 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 three. Just the saddle, only selling $3,000 number have been the $3,000. $2,500 down, $2,500 number have been the $2,000 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 now. $1,500 $1,500 number have been the $1,500 now. 17 I have it. 15, 16, 17, 17, 18, 19, 19, 2, 21, 21, 2,100 and $2,000 number in the $2,100 number in the 2,000 number in the 2,100, 2,100 on the saddle only there, 2,100 and 2,100 and $2,100 number in the 2,100, $2,100 number in the $2,100 number in the 2,000 number bid in the 21, $2,100 number in the 2,100, $2,100 number in the $2,100 number in the $2,100 in the 2,000 in the $2,100 number in the 2,100, 2,100. Saddle is sold at $2,000 to 1,119. What pen number? We don't have a pen number. So what's so special about the saddle? Pardon? No, I don't know. He's maybe bringing. Is he bringing the mule back? Okay, he's going to take the saddle off that mule, sir. We're We're going to take the saddle off, and he's going to bring it in the office. You're welcome.
The saddle was sold, nothing else. No, it was one. Yeah, we're not selling that.
Don't matter.
Her out with the seller. You know what? You can use that tag number because that's okay.
Okay, we got a gelding. He's an 8-year-old quarter horse gelding, broke ranch gelding. And okay, the ranch that Grandpa rode up to the mountains hunting every fall. He is quiet and easy to be around. He's very easy to catch. He is at the bottom of the pecking order at our place and gets picked on by the other horses. He could use a set of shoes before going back into the mountains. So this is Grandpa's horse, rode it up all the mountains all the time as his hunting horse. Boys, and we got a powerful gelding. Feet look like they're goods on him. Got some strength, got some ability.
Order 1. 10 OF. Yeah. Office. Can fill it all the way in. Okay, good.
All right. On the 8-year-old here, guys, what a bit, $6,000. $6,000 number in the $6,000 number in the $6,000 number $6,000 number $6,000 number been the $5,500 and $5,000 number been the $5 been the $5 been the $5 at $5,000 in the $4,500 number in the $4,000 number in the $3,500 number in the $3,500 number in the $3,000 $3,000 number in the $2,500 number in the $5 been the $5 been the $5 been the $1,000 taking now $1,500 number $1,000 now $1,100 now $10 $11 now $12 $1,100 now $1,200 now $1,100 now $1,200 now $1,200 now $1,100 now $1,200 now $12 now $1,200 now $1,200 now $1,100 bid now $12 $1,200 now $1,200 and $1,300 now $1,300 now $1,400 now $1,500 now $1,600 bill at $1,600 now $1,500 now $1,600 very gentle well broke guys mountain horse here's $1,600 at $1,500 and only an 8-year-old at $1,600 now $1,500 now $1,600 now $1,600 now $1,500 now $1,600 now $17 now $18 at $1,800 now $1,800 $1,900 now $2,000 now $2,000 now $1,100 now $2 $2,100 and $2,200 now $2,200 now $21 bid now $2 and $2,200 now $2 $2,100 now $2 $2,100 now $2 $21 $22 and $2,100 now $2,200 now $22 $21 and $22 $2,100 now $22 and $2,100 now $2,200 $2,200 now $2,200 bill sold them a $2,100 bill to Cutters 2150 2150 pen number 54. Good eye, Chris. Yeah, I did last time too. I brought glasses and I leave them here. Got her own mare here, he and she is about a 11-year-old. Cindy is an 11-year-old quarter horse mare that is broke the ride and has been on our grandma and me grandkids rides. She's easy to catch and to be around. She loves treats. She loves being pampered. We haven't gone to the mountains this year due to health reasons, but Cindy could use a set of shoes before going out to the mountains. All right, and we all could. You're now, look at me, you're now, one of the little round there now, 4,000. At $4,000 number in the for now, 35, 3,500 number in the 3,000 number in the 3,000 number 2,500 number in the 5 in the $2,000, 2,222, $1,000 number 1,200 number 1,000 now 11, $1,000 now 11, $1,000 number in the 11 in the $1,100 number in the $1,100 number in the $1,100 $1100, now would have been $1100, now would have been 12, $1100, $1100, 12, $1200, now with $1300, and 1200, I'm in the $1300 now, $1400 now, $1400 now, I'm in the 14, $1400 and $1300 now, I'm in the $1400 and $1400 at $1400 and $14 now 15 now 1500 now 1600 at 1600 you're allowed to bid more than once at 1600 at $1500 now 16 at 16 17 at 17 now 18 now 19 now $2,000 now would have been the 2000 is he bidding at $2,000 $2,000 now 21 $2,100 now would have been the $2,000 now $2,100 now would have been the $2,000 now bid now $2,100 $2,100 now $2,100 now 21 and 21 and $2,000 now would have been the $2,100 now would have been the 101 $2,100 $2,100 now would have been the $2,100 and $2,000 now bid now 21 $2,100 21 sold. The $2,000 to the young fella here. Ah, you got Dad's number today. 738 738. 50. 55 55. How are you? Good. Did they even let you come to town today? You not working? You had to come along. Hey, we got a nice horse. What's the about story on her? All right, I'll wear my glasses again. Chestnut mare. Linda is a 9-year-old quarter horse that Grandpa bought as a project and never really spent very much time on. She's a well-made mare and has been raising babies the last few years. She is currently not bred back for health reasons. So there we go. Broodmare. How old did I say she was? 9-year-old. Pardon? Yeah. Rupert. All right, on the Premier there, what about on $3,000 number on the 33333 25 $2,000 $2,000 number in the $2,000 $1,800 $15 $15 $1,200 bill the $1,200 in the $1,200 and $1,100 number $1,000 number in the 10 $100 $1,000 now at $800 and $500 and $600 and $500 now at $600 $600 and $500 now at $600 $600 bill the $500 number in the $600 now would have been 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 the $500 now with $600 $600 both big powerful mare there $500 now $600 now and $500 now would have been the $600 pardon me you should because I read it and I don't remember it. I don't think it actually was. He bought it as a project but didn't spend much time with it. So that's all they have been using as a brood mare. She's been raising some babies the last few years. She's not bred back though. Okay. 500, 600, 600, 600. 600. Take it home, guys. Put it to work. Looks good enough. 600. 500. 400. Thank you. I would say so. 450. 400. 450. Take it home, even use it as a partner. 450. I bid $400. Now $450. $400 now would have been the 50 and 50 and $400 now would have been the 450 and 50 and $400 now would have been the 50 $400 now would have been the $450. Then up there, you're a new owner of a horse. 1945, 1941, 1941, and that'll be the pin number 5656. Yep. Save the best for the last, ladies and gentlemen. This is a little mare with a little colt at side. Broke the ride. This is a whole package for the family and the future. All right, we're going to sell the little horse and the colt together. The young cowboy does not go with it. I think his daddy will like to keep him. All right, here now we've down $3,000 for the little package. $3,000. Now would have been the $3,000. $2,500. Now would have been the $2,500. Now would have been the $2,500. Now would have been the $2,000. Now would have been the $2,000. $2,000. Now would have been the two. Would have been the $2,000. Now would have been the $2,000. Now would have been the $2,000. 18, $1,500. At $1,500. Now would have been the 15, $1,500. $1,200. Now would have been the $1,200. $1,000 here to go. $1,000. Now would have been the $1,000. Now would have been the $500. Now and $600. Now would have been the $600. Now $500. Now $600. At $500. Now would have been the $600. That's for the mare and the colt. At $600. Now $700. Now at $800. Now would have been the $800. $800 and $700. Now at $800. $800 bill and $700. Now $800. Now $800. Now $700. Now at $8. Now $800. They don't come very often to an auction sale right here to buy them guys, and she's priced right. $800 at $800. Now would have been $800. Now would have been $8 9. $900. $999. Now $10. $10. $900. Now would have been the $10. $10. $9. $10. $10. You know, if you were selling that horse, you'd want to go it higher too, Lee. They were there 900, not 10. You got the other one at a bargain here now, 1000, 1000, 10, 10, 10, 11, 1000 now 1100, 1100 to 10, now 11, 1000 now 11, 11, 1100 to 1000. Jack, you're out 1100, 1100 to 1000 now would have been 11 in the 1000 now 1100 now 1100, 1100 to 1000 now been 11, 1100 now 1000 now 1100, 1100 now 1000 now 11. Goes to the Cutter Ranch at $1,000. And can't remember, 2150. Yeah, 21. Pardon? 20. We have a card for that pair. 2150. Oh, it's Keel Colony. Buyer 2150. And we're going to go to pen number 50 or 91. Okay, 40. Okay, we got another woman with the baby. Okay, man. Keel Colony. Look it up under your name. You can go Keel. All right, here now. This one's, oh, she's a pretty paint. Wait a bit about it. $1,500 for this one. $1,500 and a $1,500. Now would have been the $1,500. Now would have been the 15. Same story. $1,500. Now would have been the $1,500. Now would have been the 14, 13, 13, 13, 13, 13, 13. $1,200 bill. $1,200. Now would have been the 1,100. Well, that wasn't Keel Colony. You can look it up in your name. Go click on your name. On your where Robert and you is, you should be able to click that. How do you find out the name? I know who it is, but she can't. Just a minute. Keyhole Colony. On the left, Keyhole, H-O, yeah, Colony. Same thing. 1,000. Okay, same thing. Is that a filly colt? Filly colt? All right, we got two females here. No, the kid don't sell. Out of here now, $2,000 now, 2,000. Yes, big brother, you'd like to get rid of him? $2,000, 2,000, and $1,500. $1,500 now, $1,100, $500. Thank you. Now $600. $500 now, $600, $600, $500 now, $600 now would have been the $700. $700 now, $7 now, $800, $800, $800 now, $700 now would have been no $800 bill and $700 now $700 now would have been no $800 now would have been the $700 now would have been no $800 and $700 now $800 now $700 now now 70 and a half now $800 now $800 now would have been the $7 now would have been no $800 and $8 7 would have been no $800 now $50. $800 now would have been the $50. $800 now would have been the $50 and $50 $850 and $50 and $50 $800 now. Look at that little pony just ride and turn, guys. Comes with a colt. It's all pretty. $850. $850. Put her out in the grass. Have something to do for the kids for the summer. $850. $850 or older people, that's fine too. $850. $850. $800 number $900. $900 number $900. $900 number in the $50. $900 number in the $50. $950. $900 number in the $950. $950. $950. $50. $900 number in the $950. $900. $950. $950. $950. $950. $900. Steers good, rides good, guys. There's not very many people here today, but $950. I know, $950. $950. $950. $900. $950. $900 now, $950. $900 now, $950. $900, $950. Jack, $950. $950. One more time. $950. $900. $950. $950. $900 now, $950. $900 now, $950. $900 now, $950 and $950. You know what, guys? They would like more money for this pair. We're going to leave it. Man, oh man, if that would have been in April, that thing would have brought a lot more money. But it's not in April. It's here today. Okay, we got hay. What do we have for hay? Uh, 41. Okay, Fed 41. And then in your comments on the bottom, just write down past that. Sell the round bales. I got 3 round bales. All right, there's 3 round bales. I'm going to sell you so many dollars per bale. All right, here on $200 a round bale. And do $100 number on the two would have been $175 at $150, $150, $100 a round bale. $100 on the hay there. $100 number, $100 number, $100 number, $100 bill, $100, $90, $90, $80 number have been the 75. $75, $80, $75 now, $80 bill and $75 now, $80, $80, 80, 85, 85, 85, 90, 95, 95. $95, $100, $100 number, $100 number, $100 number, $100 number, $100 number, $95, $100 number, been the $100 number, $100, 95 of it, $100, $100, 95 of it, $100 bill, $100, 95 of it, $100, 100, 100, 100, 95 of it, $100, 95, 100, sold them at $95 a bale, and she buys them at $26.30 is the buyer number, all 3, takes all 3. Now we got this little bale. All right, we're going to just confirm that there is 20 to a stack. Okay, no, it's 15. So you're going to buy, the price is going to be per bale. You got to take 15, or you can double it and take all 30 and take both stacks. All right, $10 a bale, 10 in order. Now here's a sample. $10, $9, $9, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $3.50, $3.50 and $3.50 and bale there, $3.50 and $50 and $3.50, $3.50 and $50 and $3 number of it, $3 a bale, $3 number of it, $3 number $2.50 a bale, $2.50 a bale there, $2.50 and $2 a bale there, $2 a bale. 15 bales to a stack. So you got to take minimum of that, or you can take both groups of 30. $2 a bale. Thank you. $2.50 now. $2 now, 50, $2 minimum, 50 and $2 now, $2.50, $2 now, $50 number of it, $2 and 50 and $2 number of it, 50 and $2 and 50. Sold. $2 a bale. She takes them all. Buyer number 1127. Takes them all. 30 bales. Just put 30 in there. Or yeah, whatever you got. Mind my business. Baby calves. All right, we got a red calf here, lot number 701. Lot number 701 pounds here, 1800. Your calf, about 1800 no 800 no 18 at 1800 no 18 1800 no 1700 no 17 17 1600 no 1400 go to red go to 1400 no 25 and 1400 go to red go to 1400 go to red go to 1400 bill go to red go to 1400 no 2500 no 1400 no 1400 no 13 1300 no 1300 no 1300 no 1200 bid 1200 no quarter red go to 1200 no 25 1200 go to red go to 1200 no go to red go to 1200 no 2500 or not 1200 or not 2500 or not 1200 or not 1225 at 1200 or not 1225 or not 25 or not 1200 or not 25 or not 25 or not 1200 or not 25 at 1225 at 1200 or not 25 or not 1200 or not 25 or not 25 or not 1225 sold them 1200 out of bale 606 606 125 125. Here now, got another one here, lot 700. Here now, been now, would have been a $1,500 now, would have been the 14, 13, 1200. 1200 or not 1200 on a bull calf as well. 1200 or not 1200 or not 1100 and 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 not 1000 or not 1000 or not 8 at 800 or not 800 or now on the bull calf here. 800 or not 800 or not 700 or not 700 or not 700 or not 600 at 600 or not 600 and 700 or not 600 or not 700 and 700 or not 600 or not 700 and 700 or not 600 or not 7 at 600 or not 700 and 700 or not 600 or not 700 and 700 or not 600 or not 7 and 7 and 7 and 7 same way at $600 at $600 and they go to pen number 606 buyer number 606 pen 125. Thank you. Three times a year more. These are heifers. Yep. There's one more coming. 702. Only three coming. All right. Only three here. Down there. Heifers here. All right. On them. There's 16, 16, 16, 1600 or not 1600 or not 1600 or not 1500 or not 15 and 15 at $1,400 bill at 14 and 13 and 13 and 13. They're all heifers. Okay, the first one's a heifer. So 2 steers, and the heifer's here. 2 steers and 1 heifer there, selling your choice on them there. 15, 15, 15 to 15 to 15, 14 to 14, 13, 1200, 1200. Thank you now. 50, $1,200 and now 50 and 1200, 50, 50 and 1200 or now 50 and 1200 or now 1250, 1200 now 50 or now 1300 and 1300 and 1300 or now 13, 13, 13, then the quarter and a half and 13 and 13 and a half, and 75 and 13 and 75, 75, 13, 75, 75 and 13, $50 now 14, 14, quarter and 1400 and 25 and 1400 and a quarter at 1400 and a half and 1450, 75, 14, 75 and 1500 or now 15 and a quarter now 1500 and a quarter and 1500 and a quarter at 1500 or now 1500 and a quarter at a quarter at a quarter at a quarter. Sold them $1,500 bill, 1500 bill, 606, 1500, 606. Okay, takes calf number 703, goes to 125. 15, 15 and 14, 1200 and a quarter, and 1200 and a quarter, and 1200 and 1200 and a quarter, and 1200 and 1200 and a quarter, and 1200 and a quarter, and 1200 and a quarter, and 1200. This is good. 1200 and a quarter. Check it out, Pete. He's giving you the big signal. Whatever he's telling you to check out, see if it's black and white. Here now, 1200 or 1200 or now 11, 1100 or now 11 and a half, 1100 or now 1150 or now 50 or now 1150 and 1200 or now 50 and 1250 and 1350 and 1400 and 50 and 14 and a quarter now having 14 and a half at 1425 now 1450 at 1425 or now 1450, 50, 50, 1425 or now 1450. Sold them 1425 at 1425, 606, 125. 1100 or now 1100 and go to red 1100. It's the heifer, guys. Yeah, 705, 705, 1100 and 1100 and 1100 go to 1125, 1100 and go to red, go to 1100 and 1125, 1100 and 1100 and go to red, go to 1100 and 25, 25, 1100 and go to red, go to 1100 and go to red, go to around half and 11 and a half, 11 and go to 11 and a half, 11 and go to around 11 and a half, 11 and go to around 75, 11, 75, 11, 75, and 1200 and go to red, go to around 1200 and go to half and 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 75, 75, 12, 75, and 1300 and go to red, go to around 1300 and half and 13 half, 13 and go to around 13 and a half. Sold them 1325, 606. Same way with the steers and 125. Was that 70? What number was that? 70? 704, I think. Hey, what calf tag number was the last one, Niven? 702? 702? Okay, we got big ones, big ones. Okay, look here, they're getting bigger. You're down with this one here now 1600. You're now at 18, 18, 17, 17, 17, 17, 16, 16, 15, 15, a quarter, have it, 15, 75, and 75 at 16, quarter, at a quarter, 16, and a half, and 16, 50, and 16, 25, and 16, 15, and 75, 16, 75, 16, 75, 16, 75, 16, 75, and 17, 17, 17, and a quarter, at 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 75, and 17, and 75, and 18, 18, and a quarter, and a half, and 18, and 18 and a half, 18 and a quarter, now 18 half, have at 18 and a quarter, now 18, 50, 18, 25, now 18, 50, 18, 25, now 18, 50, sold at 18, 25, 606, 18, 25. Take them all. Yes, you will get 124. Okay, we'll go to pen 3. I got pen 3 open. It's 606, pen 3. Yeah, I had a marker pen somewhere. Where? 18, 18, 18, 15 and a quarter, 1500, a quarter, 1500, 25, at 1550 and 15, 25, 1550, 15, 25, 1550 and 50 and 50 and 15, 25, 1575, at 1575, 1600, a quarter, 16, 25, 1650 and 1650, at 16, 25, 1650, 50, 16, 25, 1650 and 16, 25, 1650. Sold them 1625, 1625. Take them both, pen 3. 606 buy, 706 and 707. Same way, pen 3. $704 here, $704 on them, they're now little heifer guys here. 15, 15 at 15 at 14, 14, 14, 13, 13, 13 at 1200 on 1200 on 1200 on 1100. Is that a heifer, I believe? 1100 on 1100 on 1100 on 1100 dollar bill, 11, 11, 11, 10, 10, 10, 10. Bull calf. Bonus. 1100, $1100, 11, 11, 11, 10, 10, 10, 9, 900, 900, 900, 800, 800 and a half, 850, $850, $850, $800, 15, 900, 900, 900, $900 bill, 900, 900, 900, 850, no 9, 9, 900, 900, 850, no 9, 900, 900, 850, no 9, 9, 900, 900, 850, $1, now 1, 900, 900, 850, $1, now 1, 900, 900, sold them, 850. 519, 519, go to pin number 124. Ranch calves, guys. 709 and 710. 709 and 710 on them guys here. Well, a bit of your nuggies here. Sturt calves, guys, all around here, now off there, now off of Carson Country. 2020, 2018, 15, 1500, 15, 16, 15, 15, 16, 50, 1650, 1615, 1750, 1750, 1800, 1800, 1800, 18, 1750, 75, 1750, no 17 and 75, 75, 1750, no 17 and 75. Sold them at $1,750. 1756.06 both. Sure, thank you. Okay, let's do it this way. 709 goes to pen 3. 709 to pen 3, just one head. Yep. And 125, 710, yep. And now 125. Good job. Good job. Good job. You're getting there. Three times here now. These ones are going to be at about a heifers on these ones here. Once here. All right, here now at about 23, 23, 15 and a half, 15, 16, 16, 16 and a half, half, at $1,600 now and a half, 16 now half, 16 and a quarter, at 16 and a quarter now half, 16 and a half, 75, 16, 75, 75, 17, quarter, 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 75, 17 and 75, 70, 18, 1800 and a quarter and 18 and a half, at 18 and a half, 18 and a half, 75, 18, 75, 19, 19, 19, 18, 75, 19, sold them at 18, 75, 1875, 606. Takes the one calf. The steer goes to pen 3. Was 711.
Wrong one. Just the one, right? Oh, two. Okay, both of them. Excellent. Thank you. Take two.
18, 18, 16, 16, 15, quarter, 15 and a quarter, and a quarter and a half, 15 half, 15 and a quarter, and a 15 and a half, 15 and a quarter, and a 15 and a
three. No, yeah, three. 606, three.
15 quarter and a half, 15 and a quarter, and a 15 and a half, 15, 20 and final, 15 and 50 and 15 and 50 and 15 and 50 and 15 and 50, 75, 75, 16, 16, 16, 16, quarter, 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 half, 16 and a half, 16 and 75, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, quarter, and a quarter, and 17 and a quarter, sold them $1,700, 606, pen number 125.
JW Ranching. That was good. Preview.
17-14 is first. All right, on this one here, now would have been the bull calf. Here now 11, 11, under, now 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 10, 10, 9, 9, 8, 8, 8, 8, 7, 7, $600. At 600, now 5. At $500, now 5, 500, 500, 500, 400, 400, 500, now 600, 550, 500, now 50, now 600, 650, 650, now 750. At 750, now $800, 800. Why not? It's only money. 800. At 7.5. Now 8. At 800, 800, and I don't have any. 800, 800. Sold them 750.
1129. I shouldn't say I don't have any. That's not fair. 123. Okay, different deal now. We got a month-old calf. Was on the cow till this morning, guys. But she had 2 calves, and she's just going and being run to town, right? That's what they did. They brought one to town, ranch cow, guys, so we're not buying anything else.
Available, $2,000, 15 and a half, 15, 16, 16, 50, 16, 50, 1700, now 50, 70, 50, 1800, 18, 75, 18, 18, 18, quarter, quarter, half, half, 18, half, 18, quarter, now half, 18 and a quarter, now 18, half, half, 18 and a quarter, now 18 and a half, at 18 and a quarter, now 18 and a half, 18 and a quarter, now 18 and a half, sold them 18 and a quarter, 606, go to 125. Thank you, gentlemen, ladies. Is that okay?
Don't forget to go to that bakery now.
Now, don't forget to go to the bakery, eh? Okay, we got a little guy. Bull calf, 1 week old. Here now, 1 week old. Here now, 800, 800, 800, 500, 600, 800, 900, 850, 850, 800, now 50, 850, now 850, now 800, now 50, now 999, 50, 950, 950, 10, 10, 10, 10, 50, 10, 50, 10, 50, 1100, 1100, 50, 1150, 1200, 1200, 1200, 1200, 1200, 50, 1250, 1250, 1250, 1250, 1250, 1250, 1200 and quarter, 1250, 1225, 50, 50, 50, 75, 1275, sold them 1250, 519, 124.
Pardon me? Well, you have to ask me that. 519. 124. Jack Shear. 519, 124. 4.
KB, your overflow is into 100. Right across the street from 125. We got beautiful calves here, guys. Yes, they are Gary Goodhart bull calves, or ranch calves, guys. Out here now, 18. 1800 now, 1800 now, 1700 now, 1500 now, 1400 now, 1500 now, 1450. Now 1500 now, 15 and a quarter, now 1550 and 1575, 1575, 1575, 75, 75, 16, 16, 16, 1600 and a quarter, and a quarter, 16 and a half, 1650, 1625 now, 1650 and 1625 now, 1650. Sold 1625, 606. Outside 10-3 both. 717 to 125 overflow 100. So we're selling the other calf. 780 here now would have been the 16, 15, 1500, 13, 13, 13 and a quarter, 13, 25, 50, 75, 13, 13 and a quarter, 13 and a half, 13, 25, 13, 50, 13, 25 now, 13 and 50 and 50 and 13, 50 and 50 and 13, 75, 75, 14, 14, 14, 14, quarter, half, at 14, half, 75, 14, 75, 15, 15, 15, 15, sold at 14, 75, 519. 124. Who won new or 124? 124. Full calf here now, there now, 16, 16, 1200 and a quarter, and 1200 and 1200 and a quarter, 1200 and a quarter, and 1200 and 1200 and a quarter, and 1200 and a quarter now, 50, 1250, 1250, 1225 and 1250, 15 and 75, 12, 75, 13, 13, 1300 and a quarter now, 13, half, 1350, 13, 75, 75, 13, 75, 14, 1400 and a quarter, 14 and a quarter and a half, and 14 and a half, 14 and a half, at 14, 75, 14, 75, 75, 14, 75, 14, 75, 14, 15 and 75, 75, 75, 14, 75, sold them 1450 at $1,450, 606, lot 125, pen 100. All right, Jimmy Illiman cattle, guys, out of Brooks Country. Big, strong, wean calves, off of ranch cows, guys. Here we go. Maybe. He was here. I don't know where he went. Probably took too long. He's got enough Dutch blood in him to be impatient, that guy. Maybe they went to the bakery. Once they got inside, couldn't stop eating. Start over new. Okay, I see what they're doing. Pardon me? Okay, we got 3 head coming from J.L. Element. We just sorted the steers off the heifers. That's what we did. And we'll go with 3 the first round. All right, they're big cows, guys, here now. 2,500, 2,500, now 500, and 25, 5, 424, down, in the 400, down, what do we got? Oh, there's steers. $2,400 now. 18, quarter, half, 18, half, 18, 25, 50, 18, 75, 19, quarter, 19, half, 22,001, 25, 2, 3, 22, 22 and a quarter, 2,500. And a quarter and a half, 25.50, 25.50, 25, 25.50, 50, 75, 25, 75, 25, 6, 6, 6, 6, 2,600, 26 and a quarter, 26 and a half, 26 and a half, and 26 and a quarter and a half, and a half, and 26 and a half, and 26 and a half, and 26 and a half, 26 and a half, 26 and a quarter, 26.50, 26.25 now, 26.50 and 26.25.50, sold them $2,625, triple three, and then I got 9 open. Triple three to pit number 9. We sold them by the head. Pardon? Here now, 25, 5, 5, 4, 4, 4, 24, quarter, 24 and a half, 24 half, 24 half, 75, 2,500 a quarter and a half, 25, 50, 75, 25, 75, 6, 6, 6, 6, 2,600, 10, 10, 26, 10, 26, 20, 26, 10, 20, and 26, 20, 26, 10, 26, 20, sold them 26, 10, 3, 3, 3, and they go to pin number 9. Trucks home or what? I just don't know anybody that could do that. You're now a little lighter again. You bet 23 and a quarter, 23, 3 and a quarter, $2,300 and a quarter, 23 and a quarter, and a quarter, and 23 and a quarter, and 23 and a quarter, $2,300 and a 3, 3, 21 and a quarter and a half, 21 and a quarter, 21 and a half, 21 and a quarter, 21 and a half, half, 21 and a quarter, 21.50, 21, 20, 50, 21, 75, 22, 2, 2, 22 and a quarter, half, 22 half, 22 half, 75, 22, 75, 3, 3, 3, 23 quarter, 23 and a quarter, half, 23 and a half, 23 and a half, 23 and a half, 23 and a quarter, now 23 and a quarter, now half, 23.40, 23.50, 23.60. Sold 23.50. 3,339. Four more calves here. Oh, these are now the heifers, guys. 2,600, 600, 500, 400, 2,400, 2,400, 18 a quarter now, half, 18, 75, 19 a quarter, 19 and a half, 19, 75, 75, 2,000 and a quarter, half, 2,000, 75, 2,000, 75, 21, 1 a quarter, 21 and a quarter, 21 and a half, 21, 75, 2,200 and a quarter, 22 and a quarter, 22 and a quarter, 22 and a half, 22 and a half, at 75, 22 and 75. At 2,300, 23 and a quarter, at 23 and a half, 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 23 and a quarter, 23 and a half, 23 and a half, sold them 23.25. Buyer number 2882, 2882, new pen, number 10. Another little heifer on the same end here, make it three. Three times on the good big calves here now, now, here, 2100 and 1 and 21, 2000, 2018, quarter, 18, 25 at 18, 25, 18, 25 and 25 at 18, 50, 18, 50, 18, 75, 75 and 19, 19, 19, quarter, 19, quarter, 19 half, and 1950, 19, 50, 19, 50, 19, 50, 75, 19, 75 at 2, 2000, 2000, 2000, 2000 dollar number, the two would have been the $2,000, 2002 to do $2,000, 1975 and the two, sold them 1975. 6063. One time here now, big here, there now, bull. On the bull calf. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to post the weight. We're going to sell it by the pound. $8 a pound, $8, $8 now, $8 now, $8 now, $7 now, $7, $7 and $7 and $7, $6 now, $5 a pound, $5 now, $5 a pound, there, number $5, $4.50, $4.50, and $4, $4 a pound, there, number $4 now, $3.75, $75 at $3 now, $5 and $3.5 now, $10, $3.5 now, $10, $3.5 now, $3.10 a pound, $3.5 now, $3.10, $3.10, $3.10, $3.10, $3.10, $3.5 now. $3.10, $3.05 now, $3.10, $10, $3.10, $15, $3.15, $20, $3.20 now, $5 now, $5, $3.25 now, $30, $3.30, $3.25 now, $30, Luke $30, $33, $3.25 now, $30, $33, $30, $3.25 now, $30, $30, $3.25 now, $30, $3.25 now, $3.30 and $3.25 now, $3.30 and $3.30, sold them at $3.25. They go to okay, we'll give you 333, goes to number 11. We got a Holstein steer here. Looks like a little Holstein steer, little green a bit about here now. 600. It'll be the $3.50 and 350, 50, 50, 53, 50, 40, 40, 43, 43, 30, 30, 33, 20. Number of in the $3. $3 now, 3 and 3 and 305. $3 and 5 and 5 and 5 and $3 and 305, 305, $3 a bid now 5. $3 now 505 at $3 and 5 have been the 5 have been the 5 have been the 5 have been the $3 and 5. $3 now 5 5 5 $3 now $3 and 5 have been the 5 have been the 5 have been the $3 now 5 5 5 $3 now 5. Gone at 300. 333, number 12. Okay, thank you. Thanks, Kenzie. 333, 12, Holstein. Oh, look here, guys. Steer calf. Big boy weighing 442 pounds here. $6, $600, now $6, that's a bonus, right? $6, $6, now $5, now $5, now 5, oh, 5 and $5 now 10, 510, 510, 15, 15, 520, 525. Have a card? Just watch yourself. 525. Good steer, boys. 525, 50, 550 now 75, 575, 75, 575, at 550 now 575, 75, 575, 75, 75, 75, 550 now 575, at 550 now 575, 75, 60, 556, 557. 560 now 565, 575, 575, 579, 85, 85, 85, 85, 85, 585, 590, 590, 590, 590, 590, 590, 595, 95 now 600, 600 at 595 now $6 now 595 at 666, sold them 595, 333, 9, 595.
Oh, do we have a name for that one? Did somebody own that last calf here? Legitimately, because I want to claim it, because that's a lot of money. Henry DeCoke. Have a name for this one? Bet you this is the same one.
Van Bates there. All right, here, this one about 380, 380, 80, 80, 380, 383 dollars a good. About the 260 now 5, 270 now 5, 275, 80, 280, 280 now 5. 280 now 5, it have been the 5, it have been the 280 now 5, 280 now 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 280 now 5, $280 now 5, now 92, 92, 92, 85 now 90 now 5, 295, 300 now 5, 35, 300 now 5, now 10, 310, 310, $305 now 10, 10, 10, 10, 35 now 10, sold 305.
305, 33312, 33312. For that Red Bull was, the Red Bull's calf was Weissman. Yep, S. Busman steer, that one, that big run. Now we have a card for this one. No, this one was for the one that. Oh yes, that's the. Yeah, it's the black one.
That's the black one here. The good steer, 930 pounds, $4. $4 no more. Now 330, now 5, 335 to 40, 340, 340, 335 to 40, 40, 40, 40, 340, 335 to $340 number, 335 to 40, 40, 40, 340 and 335 to 40 boys the number one steer here. 335 to 340 and 340, 40, 40, 335 to 340, 335 to 40, 335 to 40, 40, 335 to 40 and 40 and sold them 335 same way.
33312.
Good eye. Deal.
Thank the Steven Kambit. Okay, so on that one card, if you take that one, yeah. Code 1. And just take it in with you when you go to the office.
£1,000 here, new deal. $2, $2 on the cow, $2 and $2.85 and 85 and 82, 82 to 75, 76 and $75, 77, 77, 176 now 177 to 176 now 177 and the 77 to 177, 77 to 77 to 176 now 177, 77 to 176 now 88, 78, 177 to now 178, 78, 78, 177 $1 now but now 88, 88, 88, 178, sold 170 and 7.
22213.
£1,158, 1,158 pounds. You're down 230, 230, 30, 30, 230, 220, 210, $2 number, 77, 78, 79, 79, 80, 81, 82, 182 to 183 to 183 to 184, 184 to 4 to 4 to 183 to 184 to 4 to 4, 183 bid 184, 185 at 185 to 186 to 777, 188, 189, 189, 90, 190, 190, 189 and 90, 90, 90, 189 to 190, sold them 189, 189, 222, 13, 13.
First thing she did look was how many were left. When you said that, she's not ready to go. There's 8 more.
just in case there's a bargain. Two thirty, 230, 30, 30, 200, 201, 201, 200, 101, 201, 200, 101, 201, 202, 202, 201, 202, and 202, 201, 2 and 202, 201, 202, 2 and 202, 3, 3, 3, 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 4, 2, 4, 205, 5, 5, 2, 6, 207, 7, 7, no 8, 208, 207, $208, 8, 208, sold them 207. 333, and that'll be penny. How are you? Good. You didn't come for nothing. Okay, we're gonna big show her, and then she's going out, in and out. We're gonna weigh her 786 pounds here. 786 pounds on this one here. What do we got? We don't know. Steer, heifer, bull cow. All right, got a bit of a bump on a leg there. Down to now $3. 280, 250 and go. $2.50 and 220 and $2 a pound there. $2 a pound there. $2. $2. That would have been the $2 and a $2. Now 180, 180, 180, 185 at 180 now 5, 180 now 5. $1.80 now 5 at a $1.80 now 5, $5 now 5 at a $1.80 now 5, $5 85. $1.80 now 5 at a $1.80 now $5.80 now 5 $1.80 now 5 sold them at about $80 $80 to 512 512 to pen number 1515. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it for today. Thank you for coming. Who's this? Oh, was that who's was he? Thank you all. May you all come back next week. Who said thank you to me? Thanks, Jeff.